Seems like we start into our first quarterfinal. This is Chaemiko. Still not the greatest solo achievement to his chest. WGL round of 8 was what was best for him so far. Next to WGL, the biggest tournament in the entire scene with the prize pool of $15,000. So this could be another breakout performance, and my money is on him, if you ask me. He looks super strong. He looks super solid. He looks super creative. Just think back to his Paladin openings, to his Griffin plays. He always has that extra trick up his sleeve. And yeah, against Orc, he looks damn strong as well as his opponent is FoCuS.
The most recent game of FoCuS in this matchup on the top level that we have in memory was against Infi. And that wasn't even close. That was Infi coming back from, not inactivity, but a small break, and him by himself kind of redeveloping the meta where everything was about rifles. Back then, Infi starts playing breakers again. Everyone follows with breakers and no Sorks. And FoCuS seemed to be caught off guard that day. It was an easy victory for Infi, seemingly, against one of the best orcs in the world. I agree with you. I give the upper hand here to Chaemiko, which may sound weird on paper, but given recent performances, I think he has to be seen in the lead. But if FoCuS can once again find his A game, if he can perform on the highest level, he is a super scary orc in this matchup also.
And the most recent encounter between the two was a 4-2 in favor of FoCuS in the Reforged Battle Royal. The 4 matches before that, though, all went to Chaemiko. But the curse is lifted, the streak is over, and we go into this with a fresh mindset. To be honest, I don't know if this is best of 5 or best of 3. Do you know that? Professional casters, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's ask Wong.
I will ask the admin real quick. So, map picks and bans. It is best of 3, as it is confirmed here on the graphics. Northern Isles to start with. This is becoming the standard opening map in a lot of matchups.
Yep, Northern Isles and Concealed. The newer maps that we've come to enjoy so much are turning out in most matchups to be less imbalanced. Quite balanced, in fact, compared to their counterparts. I still feel early game this can be really rough for human. It's oftentimes a map where you have trouble finding your footing, finding your levels. But Chaemiko is a player who will sometimes go for special creep routes. Maybe we're going to be seeing that here. The man with a beautiful necklace. I can't remember seeing him wearing that before.
Well, I think it's the next promo shoot, but not sure. Looks a little Indian to me. This looks Reforged to me as we go into map number 1. Chaemiko versus FoCuS for the semifinal. Let me know if the sound is alright, guys. I don't hear anything from the stream, so I'm not aware of anything. But alright. The beautiful new colors. Aren't they beautiful? And new. And colorful.
And colors. What makes a color, Neo?
Very philosophical question.
This is the BTW
here on a Sunday morning, 8 a.m.
Day.
All right, let's not fool around already. We have plenty of time for that later in the ESL broadcast, most likely. So we have FoCuS bottom left for the Lao POW esports team. And this should definitely be a Farseer. I don't know if we saw it already. No shop. That's the normal build here thus far.
Yeah, on some maps, orcs tend to go with a skip barracks for a faster tech. Not on this map, because on this map, if you have the grunt out early, you can pressure quite effectively. And the longer you can keep the AM from level 2, the better it is. The big goal for the Farseer is to prevent level 3, which definitely should be achieved. Otherwise, the early game normally is a failure. But if you can even prevent level 2, now that's just outstanding. But it's going to be hard to do. I mentioned earlier, Chaemiko oftentimes goes for special creep routes. On this map, that would be the Tuskar camp to start with 6 militia. Would, of course, delay the tech, but it would mean a quick level 2. Speaking of militia called, that's only 3 militia. it's getting lower and lower. The norm used to be 5, then 4, and now 3. So 3 militia, 2 farm tech would be kind of the fastest tech that human can go for. And in fact, that's what we're seeing. 2 farms, tech, and that is almost on par with the orc. A tower coming after. But it's going to be only 3 footies here for a while with a bit of a supply block. And Chaemiko just turtling a little bit for the time being and just fending off these waves of wolves.
Yeah, a little reminiscent of how Heavy plays against Foggy, with the first hero being stuck in the base, defending there, hiding from his counterpart. And with that, no point of attack for FoCuS. Has to go back onto the map to the creep spots. At best, he can steal some of these green camps away. We've seen a very, very effective lightning shield in the past 2 days. And we also see a 500-bit cheer by Alaska State Walker 3 team. Thank you for the contribution.
Thank you very much. Is it just me, or do the wolves look quite a bit different? Like, they look a lot more black than they used to, don't they?
Also very red. Very red, very black.
If FoCuS could steal one of the Murlocs here, this would be a big deal. This would be the level 2 prevented, so Chaemiko is going to be his prime objective here now to make sure he gets these last hits. Yeah, this matchup early is really pretty predictable. We see this all the time. But where do we move past level 2 pretty much once we have more footies out? It's all about trading, all about minimizing damage and maximizing damage. I'm neither a human nor orc player, but I'm pretty sure I would suck at this early game because this perfect min-maxing in the early game with hit trading, I'm so bad at that.
Yeah, man. Both heroes are ranged, and with that, kind of easy to chip away some damage. But nothing is in danger, really. Oh, that's big last hit on this Water Elemental. First experience for the Farseer. But Chaemiko's doing a good job in keeping this Farseer low. As you saw, there was no shop early on, but there's no heal self, so there's no possibility to heal this first hero. So at one point, he has to step back, but the contain continues. Chaemiko not really brave enough to break out of that and to force a fight. Grunts is so tanky and so strong. This is the Murloc going to FoCuS uncontested.
I've been wondering this a while. Shouldn't humans be calling militia to secure this camp? Like tech, and then farm, and then tower, or tower and then farm. And shouldn't you then call militia? This camp is so important.
But Chaemiko was at 40 lumber. I don't think he can afford that at all.
Why is he so low lumber? Well, like, is that
Maybe,
the early tech, I guess?
Yeah, I think so. I think he built the tier 2 stuff. Oh, no, not yet. No Sanctum yet. What?
There is a blacksmith, by the way.
Yeah, rifle.
Yes. No breaker play. Not inspired enough by Infi. Question is, did FoCuS see this? There's a blacksmith in the base, yes, but it's way in the back of the base. So I don't believe he has scouted this yet, given that it's nighttime and everything. We saw the war mill early as well. So it might be quick Kodos, but it's not the classic Lin build. Not 2 grunts, 2 shaman, 2 Kodos. We have more grunts here, which I kind of like on this map. You want to creep up the TC as quickly as you can, and for that, you need a few grunts.
Interesting. So, not the Infi build. That's becoming more and more famous recently. We're gonna see rifles, probably even Sorgs. It feels like a little bit of a lottery of what the humans are playing. One of the very few matchups where it's a lot about personal preference, I guess, and the meta of the week, flavor of the week. Oh, chain lightning! That was a sweet zap for 1 kill. And Chaemiko has to retreat with that. Ooh, units getting caught? Not really, though.
Quite aggressive movement here by the TC. Not prioritizing creeping at all yet. He got the natural, yes, but that was not level 2. Good militia call from Chaemiko, aiding him here in the middle of the map.
Pretty brave to contest this early on. Stormbolts around, claps out with the speed scroll. That was quite a commitment. Mana and item to get out of that. Good timing for Chaemiko once again, who now is brave enough with his 2-3 riflemen. Stormbolt on the grunt, not going for the big target anymore. But this is militia and footman suffering now that we have Purge.
Militia duration runs out. That makes things quite difficult. It's a raider, by the way, early. No Windrider, no Kodo, but a raider instead.
And then Snare comes as quite a surprise. He gets the counter kill on the grunt, but so far it looks like more human army is suffering. But that is of course what militia and footmen are there for. The important units, the high-tech units. They are still on the field, dashing out that damage with the rifleman. Thank you, Stu, for the 2-1-3 sub. Thanks for the great content at all hours. That's becoming more and more true. Thank you.
Quite a bit of a supply lead here for Chaemiko, but it doesn't look like it at the moment in the middle of the map. There's still quite a few forces for the Orc up here. And it's very important to buy time for FoCuS for this expansion. TP transferred on the TC. It took quite a bit of damage there, but now no mana anymore on the MK.
Early Headhunter as well. Going early Raider, early Headhunter to make up for that missing piercing damage as there's no Wyvern. But yeah, Chaemiko can't cross his half of the map. FoCuS just standing there like a big green-skinned wall and won't let him pass.
Yeah, and looking at the lumber, once again, it's turning out to be a problem because we've seen quite a bit of counter expansion from humans lately, especially with the breaker build. But with this amount of lumber, you absolutely cannot counter expand. That's impossible.
Also not the greatest items, Talisman of Evasion. Plus the Scourge Bone Chimes, that doesn't help him too much. By the way, shout out to whoever fixed the Ogre Magi. He's not disappearing anymore. Good job. Big invul potion on the TC.
And is that level 3? It's very close.
Oh. Footman scouts
not
this.
Quite.
I see Bidu and Carson in chat. Good job with the Dust League voice. Shout out to you guys. And happy belated birthday, Bidu. People told me. You got even older. Congrats.
We all do.
Remo just doesn't give a fuck.
Hey, your birthday, bruh.
Wow, that felt forced. It was, but for good reason. We have Clap, level 2, and we have 2 mana potions for Chaemiko, spending his gold. Well, the ultimate isn't even level 3 yet.
Also keeping the Scourge Bone Chimes.
Yeah, right?
Just for the MK and a handful of footies.
Oh,
Push
nice
is coming in.
here.
This might be enough damage for the cancel, certainly for the tower. How about the Great Hall? How far along is that thing?
Yeah, that looked finished, but it wasn't. Here comes a mighty Clap. And Wand of the Wind to disable. There's instant dispel, but how much more is there? Militia arrive at pretty much the perfect time. Huge Clap once again. But so is the stun. Both second heroes do what they have to do. They carry, FoCuS fire, and he's dashing out more damage. Oh my god, invul potion. That's the big one. Counter FoCuS, but this Dispel on the Wolves has not much damage. Chaemiko prevails and keeps on pushing this expo.
Confident play by Chaemiko, feels strong, and guess what? He's right, he is strong. All that mana support for the MK, double mana pot and brilliance too. This AM now has taken a sideline stance. It's all about the Mountain King at this point, and he's looking really strong. And this expo is killed, was not worth the investment, and now FoCuS is in deep, deep trouble.
Did he
Really
even
impressed
mind?
with Chaemiko. This was a great early game for FoCuS, but Chaemiko comes back swinging with his MK.
Did he even mine a single gold coin from this expo? I'm not sure.
I don't believe he did, and it lost him a lot of tempo as well. Not just the gold.
Yeah, 10 supply down now. And levels looking good. FoCuS has double level 3 as well. We have once again the level 2 Brilliance Aura. This is becoming more and more of a thing. Let the Russians meme that it's only to paint the ground blue. A lot of pro players seem to be of a different opinion. And I guess this is Chaemiko in full control now. Mana potion, invul potion, heal scroll. Can he find the hero kill somehow? It's not looking that great.
Nice wall off as well. It's pretty cool. At the beginning of the game, you don't want to have a wall off to make sure you can defend in the back, but in the late game, you do want to have a wall off to make sure you can't get abused too easily by these run-bys and such. Alright, easy TP versus speed scroll trade. Wait a minute. Oh, he missed TP'd! He didn't TP with the rest of his army. Oh my god. If FoCuS had realized this.
Oh, the one
This
mistake.
Whew.
That could have been a disaster, really.
But FoCuS had no way of knowing. He had to pop the speed scroll early and run away early, so... Getting away with a black eye there is Chaemiko. And the Invis TC looking for the next big creep jack.
Yes. Oh, level 4. Here we go. Raiders connect. Rest of the army is still a little further away. Needs some purges, I guess, to slow down the retreat. But he's getting a lot of casters, man. The end snare is definitely worth it. 3 priests gone.
Yeah. That was a great usage there of the TC. Cyclone up in the air on the MK. Can't help out at the moment. There's still one Wand of the Wind charge left. But also Militia coming in now. Helping out. Wand of the Wind again on the MK. This is the last charge. FoCuS can probably only fight as long as the MK is not involved. And now he's back in with the clap. Back at it once more. There is a speed scroll, a heal scroll, excuse me, on the Orc side to counteract the damage. TC with decent stomps, but 0 follow-up against these rifles.
Lightning Shield is a sweet follow-up, man. More and more impact. And there's another stun. MK is trying to clap against it, but the... there's so much damage. He tries to counter it with the heal scroll, working nicely so far. Forced to a TP now before the rifles become overwhelming. Kodo B's killed. Big exit kill right there. We're even in supply. We're almost even in levels. And yeah, this is Chaemiko getting away with the black eye after that failed TP.
A good play there by FoCuS, finding that creep jack, finding that beautiful invis play. But the fact remains that we are remaining on 1 base each. And this strat for Orc normally relies on an expansion. FoCuS coming back north once again. It's going to claim shop control one more time. The AM... oh my god, what's he doing there?
Oh, he's dying, right? No, just TP forced. Oh, that's so expensive. He got the heal scroll. Invo potion is still on the MK. 1 invo potion on FoCuS as well. Oh, I love that footy scout, making sure that there's no expansion coming.
So I guess that must mean there's no invis upgraded yet. It's also only 1 sorceress. The higher the supply climbs here, the better it is for Chaemiko, probably. Getting more and more rifles is always good. Getting more priests, more sorks, lots of utility. Whereas this Orc army, normally in the late game, isn't the greatest. It's all about the heroes. Normally what keeps you in the game super late is a TC level 5.
Why is that, Remo? Is there something with the Stomp?
He's got a pretty good ability called War Stomp. It's an AoE stun.
How long is that stun?
That's 5 seconds on a 6-second cooldown, if you must know. It's pretty good.
People have heard of it. Problem here with the last fight, Chaemiko lost a lot of his casters, so he has to replace them, obviously, and then they take some time to gather mana. So they're not full yet, despite the level 2 Brilliance Aura. Should be fine.
How tanky is this MK, by the way?
Very tanky. Ring, Talisman. That's really good. Mischance as well.
Chaemiko's kind of wasting his time here in the bottom right. He's not casting the expo. He's not even creeping anything. And once again, he's getting forced back by the Raider lane.
Thank you, Mr. GN, by the way, for the 40-month resub. Less than 3 right back at ya. So yeah, FoCuS. Oh, surrounded the MK. That's of course an invite for a clap, and he can fire away at that thing forever. The EHP is just off the charts, crazy. Free Kodo, and the Water Elemental is harassing the expansion again, so he's preparing another push towards the south.
Chaemiko now has quite a bit of lumber. He could think about counter expanding.
1,000 gold as well. Maybe you should go for a TP just to be safe. There were some moves in that risk the Archmage's life.
Still staying in no upkeep. Chaemiko is saving his resources.
So rich. Mana potion, invo heal.
Oh my god, the MK is such a raid boss. Jesus Christ.
And look at the army in the back. Raider low, Headhunter low. Revealed though. Stumbled to catch the Raider, but he can't get into the perfect position for clap, purge, and it's there. Lot of crowd control for FoCuS now, doing it well to separate the Mountain King from the rest of the army. Walks into the Murlocs though. That's some damage here. Free kill on the Shaman, trying to go for the Archmage. There was Invis cast, stun, and clap, the dominating skills of this match.
And now Slow is starting to kick in. Lots of damage still from the rifles to accompany these heroes. Another clap there in the backline doing good damage. Stomp lightning shield. Chain lightning, excuse me. Has even trouble killing just the sorceress. There was a heal scroll to keep the army alive. Gets the kill
Something
in the
left.
end, and that is the level 4 for the TC now finally, but the Farseer in trouble.
TP's out. Kodo survives, does it? Yes, but he's down to a laughable 34 supply, and he realizes it. That was too much. It's game. It's 1-0 for Chaemiko.
Dude, great game. How hard was Chaemiko struggling in the early, stuck on level 1 forever, and then comes back really strong. Very impressed with Chaemiko, man. This was super well done.
Kind of how I expected it, to be honest. 50-50 for quite some time, and then we switch gears, and in the long run, Chaemiko just more stable. Could even afford some mistakes. That TP, that Archmage being caught for the second TP. There was quite some gold that didn't go into the army, but still made it. Real cool moves once again. Seems like he had the better army composition as well. Who would you give the edge to? Like this early Kodo, like Raider Kodo play versus Rifle Priests? Who did that favor? What was the better call?
I think when you go up against rifles, Raiders is probably the best call you have. Helps you lock down targets and take out valuable rifles. Kodos, you have to get lucky, really, to get a good Devour off. Wind Riders are completely useless. I wonder if he had the wrong read. I wonder if he was expecting the Breaker play, and for that reason went for the early Bestiary. But, I mean, it's not like early Bestiary is necessarily a mistake. It just feels to me like FoCuS always has this great early game plan, and he executes it well, but also against Infi was pretty good. And then the mid game, the transition for proper creep route and engagements is kind of lost. It feels like he doesn't have the right feeling anymore for when to be aggressive, when to fall back, and how to hit the timings properly in this matchup.
So this could be one human in the semi-final. We have plenty more today with Sock and Fortitude. Could be 3 humans in the final 4. But of course, this is gonna be FoCuS's map now. Better chance here. He's definitely not without a chance, but he has to step his game up a little. And yeah, have to come up with a solution to Chaemiko's cool plays. It feels like FoCuS is missing the extra spice in his game these days. It's not like we are so in awe that he steals all the items and has the greatest timings, as he oftentimes did. He was always very stable in the fights, but not like crazy micro anything. It was these tiny, oftentimes Blade Master moves that got him the edge over his opponent, and that's missing, of course, if you play a Farseer. But there's also no replacement for that.
Yeah, it feels like his timings are off. It also feels to me like he's missing a lot of confidence. I've seen him demolish people with Farseer TC before, when he gets the level 2 at the perfect time, the level 3 at the perfect time, comes in with the perfect heal scroll, double speed scroll as well, stuff like that, surprising his opponent with an overwhelming force suddenly rushing in. Today, though, and recently, not that impressive. Unlike Chaemiko, has been looking really good. Concealed Hill, kind of a classic Orc map 2 counter pick. Which is the map, by the way, where we saw the Griffin Rush first being introduced.
I'm looking forward to that a lot as well. Chaemiko FoCuS map 2 is going to be concealed. Will FoCuS be dropping 2-0? Or is this the start of his comeback?
Does rely heavily on the AM's efficiency early, his power spike early. You basically need to get level 3. If you don't get level 3 early with the AM, playing Griffins is extremely hard to pull off when it already is probably very hard to pull off. Has been finding quite a bit of resonance in Europe as well. We saw the Muslim playing. Wait, did he play Griffin Rush in every single game against Orc? Isn't that what happened?
Maybe at the end he didn't play it once, but he played it a lot.
Yeah, he definitely played it quite a bit, and if you get to high Griffin numbers with decent hero level support, and in an ideal world, there is no reinforced defenses, they can actually be effective. I think, and it was Chaemiko where I saw this first.
I think it is cash only mistake to not go for reinforced defenses. Everyone else values it quite a bit.
Yeah, especially when you see that he has 0 units for like 7 minutes. You should be like, there might be something up here.
Okay, looking forward to it. Question in chat here. What's your favorite tournament at the moment? That's a good question, man. As we go into map 2 in the early game.
I don't have a clear favorite, but I think for variety's sake, I'm definitely enjoying WGTL a lot.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a big fan of the GGGs, just for like to have a different kind of weekly cup, and the admin is wonderful. So for the cups, I guess that's GGGs, who will unfortunately come to an end this Wednesday. And yeah, WGTL is awesome because you can talk about counter picks, and you have 2 2-2s as well. And the 2-2s have been nothing but great, pretty much every single one. And in best of 1, there can be upsets. All these crazy matches where WFZ throws everything to the wall and nothing sticks. So it was fun as well.
Oh, poor WFZ, dude.
Looking forward to WGL continuing this Thursday. Of course, it is the best to cheer for our Western team UMAT with Cash, Sonic, Todd, and Maru.
Shout out to Todd!
Always shouting out to Todd. This is what I do half of my day. Just standing at my window, shouting out to Todd, and in hopes he hears me and answers. All right, here we go, Concealed Hill. And since this is Concealed Hill, this is Chaemiko. This is what he invented or made famous, the lab creep. We've seen this punished so hard.
But seeing this lab creep, I already think that Griffin play isn't so unlikely, because this is going to be a big jump start for the AM. Unless the Farseer gets the last hit steal. Trying to steal last hit and item. Gets neither.
Yeah, okay, so how many militia will suffer?
Oh, the one-off mana steal is actually really nice here early. Oh, but the AM is taking a lot of damage. He's taking way too much damage.
He was stuck next to his own peasant. This could be a TP right here. Ooh. One more hit. Low damage roll. Dude, is he playing with fire? 10 HP leave. Okay, so he doesn't need a TP as there is fountains, but boy.
Let's play by FoCuS, by the way. It's very rare to see the hero, the AM, getting focused so hard.
Ooh, they're getting closer. Yeah, that's true. Like 0 damage on the militia. He did get a kill at some point. Wolves, Farseer, block TP.
Earlier, you were ahead of me. Now I'm ahead of you. It's kind of weird. So no tech yet. Oh man, it's going to be a late tech for Chaemiko. AM needs to get the boots. There's no way around it. Maybe even staff.
Ooh, that's expensive. Yeah, 600 gold, so you can afford it. Yeah, goes for both. And still eager to find him.
Farseer is coming in,
bit of a shortcut. Is this enough?
Speedy boots.
Yeah, boots save him here. Can he get a last hit of the turtle? It is level 2. That can't be prevented anymore. Very aggressive early game by FoCuS, as it should be.
Farseer is surrounded! Oh my god. You cannot give Chaemiko this opening. You can't.
No, that is... Okay, I was about to say, that's so much time for the Archmage to heal up. But that was occupied. Nice grunt position by FoCuS to make sure that there is no healing on the first hero. Yeah, so that is 95% of the Archmage health traded for TP. And with that, thank you, Avanel88 for the 10-month resub.
Yeah, FoCuS is doing a really good job making sure this AM here remains low HP. But he's creeping nothing because of this. Oh, Farseer coming in with a speed scroll, trying to pressure this AM once again.
Can't block him. So it's just a little damage. on Footman Militia. Yep. Who's gonna get it?
AM
Chaemiko.
got it. But he's not quite level 3 yet. He needs one more little creep.
Or a Wolfie. This could be it right there. Ah, got the kill with the tower. No TP on neither side. This could be really interesting once we get Stomp and Stormbolt.
TC coming out right now. MK is still gonna be a little while. Oh, TC's coming in for the intercept. Well, one grunt. If that one dies to the footies, that's level 3, by the way. Oh,
Observer!
yeah, and he gets it.
Alright, level 2 Wattlemental. Such a huge help.
Still dangerous with the AM, though. One stomp could be his end.
Oh, do you see? They don't have cooldown timers displayed. Is that an option you can enable? Or is it just missing from the build?
Did they have it enabled before?
I don't remember. It's been like 2 weeks since we cast it next. Since we were so lazy last week and didn't get up early.
Unbelievable. These lazy casters.
Yeah, really. Only 17 hours.
So I'm seeing no rifles, no priests here. How about you?
Yep, I see. I don't see any tier 2 stuff either. Is it time for a Griffin Aviary in the main? Would love for the Observer to check this out.
TC gets the level 2, and these Watch Elementals so far haven't had the biggest impact because of the Shaman, of course. Oh, it's Double Sanctum.
Oh, boo.
Oh, boo.
Feels like we're Waldorf and Stadler screaming at boring builds. It's not going to be boring though. It's just no Griffins. Still quite good to see how this will unfold. So no rifles compared to Northern Isles then.
Luring out the Ogre Lord. It looks like he failed the trap.
Farseer is there to harass as well. No chain lightning though, makes it really hard to do anything.
Yeah, he did fail the trap.
Chaemiko messing up the surround, what's happening?
And sometimes the Ogre just doesn't come out and there's nothing you can do. This mechanic is really so dumb. It's starting to annoy me more and more.
Oh, and we know what that means. We're gonna hear it every single time on Concealed Hill.
Oh, Stomp. Big last hit. Big last hit.
Chaemiko got it. Otherwise it would have been
Chaemiko
level
got
3.
it.
Level 1.3 on the Mountain King. That gives it to him. Hammer of Valor. Still close to 3. Needs 1 kill. The Purges are gone. Otherwise he could easily go for that Water Elemental. Here we have it now. That's level 2 Stomp. Will he get that one off easily? He can't really reach anymore. Chaemiko pulling back his army at the perfect time.
Good early here for FoCuS. Absolutely. It's not exactly the Infi build, by the way. We see Sorks coming out early.
For some reason, Hangout was boosting your volume once again, right at the perfect time where you were really loud. Good morning.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's just back to normal. It was just this one wake-up call for me.
Weird.
So, when do we see the breakers? Oh, 1 Sork for free. That's neat. Gets a little bit of a focus off on that TC. And escapes with a speed scroll. Should be fine. Militia. Man, Chaemiko is really good with these Chaemiko calls. With the militia calls. Seems like they always arrive at the perfect time. Gets a sweet stomp here though. Only level 1. There's no clap against the big orc force. So definitely a lack of damage. TC down to 50%. He gets more and more radius. That's like the second one falling in a minute. And with that, there's certainly a lack of control. And so now on the Mountain King. But now there's a lack of damage. It feels like whatever FoCuS is doing, it's not working.
Yeah, the slow trap is kicking in hard. FoCuS, did you forget about speed scrolls? Did you forget about slow? I know a lot of humans are not playing slow anymore, but that doesn't mean that everyone's not playing slow anymore.
I think he used it early, too early. And then he was out of speed scope.
That's a lot of units dying.
Yeah.
But it is the expansion finishing, so there is a silver lining.
Items are also quite rare. Invo potion and heal potion now for the Mountain. But does he want to push before level 3 really? Does he have to? Interesting choice to do now. Hard choice as well. Because if you creep up, then of course FoCuS will creep up as well, getting closer to level 5 TC.
Does he still have time for the cancel? I think it's too late, right?
Yeah, he's missing Rifleman, so he's definitely missing damage against buildings. Yeah.
The Expo stands. And that probably means that it's too late to counter-expand now. Alright. This game just became pretty simple, I guess, for Chaemiko. All in push. And hope it's enough.
There's the first Wyvern. And a Zeppelin. Is that to help him with micro in the fights, or is he really dropping?
Yeah, I think he's counterattacking. Great scout by Chaemiko. But how's he gonna deal with the Zeppelin? Just because he scouts it doesn't mean he can perfectly deal with it right away.
Slow water elementals.
Alright, here we go. This is the big push. Chaemiko goes into upkeep.
Yeah. Oh, level 4-3 for him, that's great. Level 2 aura finally, level 2 clap as well. When it comes to levels, FoCuS is quite a bit behind.
No militia here yet. We've been praising his calls before. I mean, when they arrive here, they're not gonna be militia for long, but then you can make like shops or towers or war mills, lumber mills or anything.
Didn't he call them earlier? Did he send them back or something? Are we missing something?
Seems like they're coming now. About halfway across the map. Ah, no, here they are.
Water elemental is doing nothing.
Oh, double level ups with those elementals.
How is this water elemental? Is that a bug or something? It's not doing anything. That's a lot of missed damage now.
No, okay. It was invis cast, so wasn't doing anything in that invisibility. And the clap comes in, but that was the last one. Repositioning, and we have Dragonhawks coming in, but there is a snare to deal with a single Dragonhawk. Seems like so far FoCuS is holding off this attack. MK in trouble as well on the front line.
Needs a
dropping
potion.
really low, getting purged.
Oh, where's the invis? There's a chain lightning invis coming in. Oh, stops him though. And reveal. What a great play by FoCuS. This is the spice that I was talking about. Great move. Perfect move. Taking out the MK. And with that, how do you deal with this Orc army if you don't have the damage for the clap? Chaemiko has to retreat. That's the Expo up.
And people say Crystal Ball is not a great item.
They leave games because of it. Man, what a wonderful combo. There was no way out of that one. And now Chaemiko is in deep trouble. FoCuS so confident. Breaking upkeep immediately. Should rush to the shop for some more potions. And then he's pretty safe.
Is there a second try here? Second attempt still possible for Chaemiko. It's looking really rough. MK was brought back from the tavern, free healing at the fountain. Easy to creep as well with breakers. But of course, FoCuS getting further and further ahead in the supply department. With all this income.
Yeah, Chaemiko's breaking upkeep now. 51 supply always hurts a little, especially when the farms are not ready for 60 supply. He is trying to catch up. That is something +6. Oh, beautiful Palace. Also not the greatest items here.
Here we go. FoCuS coming in once again. He has a mana pot one more time on this TC, but no invul anymore. It's a little scary.
And again, what do these Dragonhawks really do? Aren't they way too easy to counter? Aren't they way too fragile? I haven't seen successful Dragonhawk play in a long time.
Yeah, when Infi did it, he did really well. He always had the perfect amount of units at all times. But it's very easy to Not have the right amount. Kodo drop into the back with a Zeppelin. That's pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
Stomp. AM in trouble. AM seems to be dead. No Invis here to save him. First hero hits the deck. And that's it. GG.
Super strong comeback by FoCuS on this map. A lot of things went right for him in the early, but the way he played the fights in the late game, that was super impressive. This is exactly what we want to see from FoCuS.
And I think Chaemiko's stronger execution so far is still with the rifle play.
Yeah.
He looked way more confident in game 1. Of course, game 2 was really crippled by 2 big mistakes. First one, the AM dropping so low, and that's messing up the momentum of the whole early game. And the second one, the Ogre Lord not being trapped. If that Ogre Lord trap works out right away, then that Creepjack doesn't find so many kills, and that MK is off to a better start. This whole game looks different. But yeah, FoCuS able to punish those small mistakes really well. Brings us to a map 3. What's that map gonna be is the question. Normally it's either Last Refuge, but I guess that should be vetoed. Could be either way. Or Echo Isles.
Yeah. Can't really see Echo Isles. My money would be on Last Refuge, would be more normal. But cool, first series of the day already going full distance. This is what we want. More Warcraft. We have like 15 hours of action coming to your home screens today. With WGL Pro Qualifier Final 4 and the ESL Cup. We're happy we'll play random. So wherever you are, just don't leave and you're going to have a wonderful day.
So nice to see that FoCuS, doesn't just roll over here. After that first game, I was pretty worried. After such a strong early, Chaemiko still destroyed him. What does that second game now mean to Chaemiko? That late tech really turned out to be a problem. Like, this AM level 3 didn't do nearly as much as it's supposed to do.
No, not at all. Like, this entire game is based on the initial harass at the lab once again, as it oftentimes is on Concealed. And the Archmage just no impact on the game after being so low. He was always trying to find ways around that Farseer. Not too great, but
we see the map now.
Yeah.
It is Echo Isles. And if there ever was a map for special, unusual expo strats from human, it's this one.
Not only expo strats, also Chaemiko was one of the biggest fan of the Firelord tower push. We haven't seen it in a while, but never rule this out if it's Chaemiko and a map like this.
Was it against Lin where he played it? I remember a few weeks ago, Lin lost to a Firelord tower push, but it may have been against Fortitude. Yeah, again on AZ. We casted this together.
Oh yeah, that was Fortitude.
So it can work. It seems like early Grunt, early Farseer should be the automatic knockout punch against Firelord tower push, but it can still work. I haven't seen this from Chaemiko in forever, though. There used to be a time when Chaemiko played this strat 80% of the time against ORC, and it was really cancer. But that day is certainly long past. We go into map number 3. Echo Isles.
Alright. Chaemiko in the upper left. We see an altar, so it's no Firelord. That's ruled out immediately. Is that a chance for Blade Master, maybe, with all the great items and shop control being so important? Rather not.
If it's a Blade Master now, how silly am I gonna look? No, it's a Farseer. Blade Master just gets controlled way too heavily by Stormbolt, Clap, and Slow.
Also, no Mountain King here. Chaemiko, one of the biggest fans of that hero, but okay, it's very standard.
What happened to the Pally first Fast Expo?
Yeah,
that looked so good for a while, then nobody played it anymore. So I imagine Orcs found a super heavy hard counter, which we are not privy to. But look at this build here by FoCuS. Interesting. Second Borrow early and a Peon Scout.
What? That's a late tech already. Kind of. No shop, so he's still skipping something?
What's the Peon Scout good for here? Like, the Farseer is going to run across anyways.
I think he's checking for a tower push. But he would see that anyway. He sees it earlier, though, that it's a normal game.
But I mean, he has the double burrow ready already. This second burrow would be a tremendous help against the tower push.
He's building a shop at the tavern, right? Is that a Naga push at tier 2?
He wants to creep first, then go to the middle, get some items, keep up the pressure. Well,
Definitely a
Chaemiko
different
says,
game.
thank you, this is the easiest level 2 I've ever had.
Well, we'll see how level 3 goes, as the Farseer is now harassing. Shop finishes in time. But yeah, what is this supposed to counter?
It's mainly Farseer unusual play here in terms of early game leveling. He is going way more for early experience game. He's going to get quick level 2, he's going to get Chain Lightning with that. With that he can contest very well the continued creeping of the human. Good usage of the wolves here as well. Perfect damage spread. Minimizing the need to use heal salves. Chaemiko comes in for the harass now. But now we have the Farseer level 2. That means Chain Lightning Zap could secure the last hits.
Needs the
the grunt though.
Grunt super low.
Oh, that's a big loss.
That's not good for FoCuS at all. Needs to get this troll, but Chaemiko, zap, got it. Yes, got it. That was important. And a footman kill.
Alright, and suddenly this easy creep route for the Farseer isn't so easy at all anymore. Good scouting by Chaemiko. Good disruptive play. This is the opposite of what we're used to seeing. Normally it's the Farseer trying to slow down the AM. But Chaemiko realizes smartly this is the better play to do. Because if he was just creeping up himself, it's not like he would easily be able to get to level 3. Not for a little while.
Alright, so what's next? We should be close to tier 2 with this. Clarity used on the Farseer. Shop is of course a liability. TC, whenever he steps out of the altar, can't shop immediately. Big contest on the ogre.
Yeah, Chaemiko might be overreaching here a little bit. Footies are getting taken out by the Farseer and Grunts pretty quickly here now. But of course, such a hard call to make. Like, how far do you go in? How much do you try to slow him down? But this Farseer now super close to level 3.
Oh, Reju potion as well. Nice to heal up. And prevents the level 3 Archmage for a long time. Kind of running away in levels. Rare to see such an early high level Farseer in general. Of course it is not that much XP on the map. TC might have some issues getting on high levels. Same for the Mountain King. And we have rifles again.
Yeah, I like to see that. I think Chaemiko's been doing much better with those. Militia coming in, trying to contest here the marketplace. MK out before the TC. That shows you how slow this orc tech really was.
Stone Bolt, surround, and of course he's getting it because he's Chaemiko and he's the master of surrounds.
Oh, Farseer, one more kill needed for level 3. Almost got it on the Water Elemental, gets it now on the footy, and these wolves are so strong now.
Holy, look at that damage, but also Stormbolt. He's trading Footman for Grunts, and that's always good. Just take care of the rifles, and I think it should be nice trades here. TC is not getting any of this experience, while the Mountain King is already level 1.4.
AM really low. There's a Chain Lightning. Priest comes in
Stormbolt
to save the day.
Wolf. Oh, almost lost it.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
No expansion by FoCuS at all.
But he lost so many grunts. How is he gonna creep this TC now? It feels like he has to keep playing aggressively because he just can't creep. Quite simply. Then
an early slow should is such a big weapon for more crowd control. It's very limited as well. Okay, he's getting instant now, that's better. Tough spot for FoCuS though. No expo, no high level TC.
Militia called again. Felt like they were a little bit late here just a second ago.
They were fine for the most part so far. Yeah. Reinforcements streaming in from both sides. It's an arms race at this point. Still trying to contest this Magi in the middle.
It's a big item. If it is a big mana pot drop or a big healing, even a big invul, they're all big fight swinging items. Oh, MK ensnared in a rough spot. He looks to be dead.
Has to stomp another time, doesn't he not? No, just gone. Okay, without too much of a problem. And that should be the Magi for FoCuS if he plays it right. His units are kind of getting hurt there. So at the end we have to see how big the trade is. And what the item is.
Big healing for the TC. That's very nice.
Oh, he's walking into a surround, maybe. Can he close it? Doesn't want to. Invite for a stomp, of course. 10 units hit.
MK is gonna be back very soon though. Was only level 1.
The FoCuS needs to step back. He's way too hurt.
Did Chaemiko just buy the Wand of Illusion? Yeah, he must have. Yeah. Interesting.
He'll scroll Immo Potion, go to FoCuS though. This is one of the latest, like, expansion. Can he even try to go for an expo? It's so late. Does he have to?
I think he does. But there's no peon moving out. And FoCuS is still not up at 40. And you know, it's not like this is super early into the game. He wants to be at 50 at this point, and he wants to expand. He got this MK kill, yeah, and his Farseer experience is looking good, yeah, but in the grand scheme of things, I still think this is looking pretty good for Chaemiko. There's some nice creeping by FoCuS though. Taking experience away from the human side of the map. Gonna get level 4 here really early, man. This is one of the fastest leveling Farseers I've ever seen in this matchup.
Yeah, but that's not what you want. It's experience taken away from the TC. He finally finds level 3 as well. So it's not that he's missing the important level 2 stomp, but level 5 is so far away. Level 2 Chain Lightning, I'm a big fan, but can be healed against it.
Especially if the fights get really scrappy, like below 50 supply, below 40 maybe, then Wolves also can be really good again. Here we see the Expo coming up, by the way. Chaemiko, what do you get? Heal scroll, no invul, only a single heal pot to protect this MK, but he has level 3 and he has a mana potion also. FoCuS is looking for the counterattack, but this is not going to hit in time to keep his Expo safe.
No, there's a TP on Chaemiko, so he cancels it and then can save his base. Oh, Lightning Shield on the workers, kind of nice. And Chain Lightning against this as well, but this is only damage to workers, not more. Chaemiko, where's your TP? There it's coming, trades it. This was definitely better for Chaemiko.
Kind of weird that he didn't just try to speed scroll out.
Yeah, maybe...
Very strange. Like, if you speed scroll out and the human happens to be very aggressive on top of you, you can just stomp and then continue to run away. Why did he... That just looked like a completely wasted TP.
Be afraid of the Stormbolt clap combo. Again, we have level 2 Brilliance Aura, by the way. I like this a lot, as I said in map 1 already. What's the purpose of Water Elementals? Like, it's gonna be Purge. Lots of Purge, but... yeah, this looks to be the better decision. Heal scroll again.
Oh, the MK might be able to level up to 4 here if he creeps in the corner. Invis AM, getting the invul, very nice.
Yes. Oh, that's an important move. Farseer may be a little too early for that. FoCuS is far away.
Also like the army comp here by Chaemiko. 3 priests, 3 sorks, the rest rifles. If he gets another 10 supply, his army's gonna be really strong.
Rifles 1-0. So he's not forgetting about upgrades. FoCuS is kind of brute forcing this expo, huh? Doing nothing but babysitting that.
And once again, Chaemiko's lumber is low, so counter expanding. Very tough to do.
Just sitting on the expo for quite some time. Could give him another item, maybe. Good scouts by FoCuS now, expecting that turtle creep, but it's too late to do anything about it. Just knows that there's a little bit of time. Can't position now against this incoming force with the TC in front. Everything else is clumped up there, though.
Yeah, this is the perfect position for the human. In this choke down here. Oh, but FoCuS is moving into that position quickly himself.
Easy snipe on the shaman. Boom! There's clap number 1. There's also stun number 1. Again, these second heroes are the big carries trying to get that Archmage out of that position, and he does with FoCuS Fire. TP out super quickly. Good reaction by FoCuS, buying time for this expo.
Alright, he holds on. Expansion will seemingly come up. Chaemiko still has the resources to try counter expo, but I don't think that's his plan. But it's so many towers up here now. Isn't this just way too well fortified?
It's gonna be real rough. I don't know, with all the fragile casters, what can you do? You really have not the greatest damage against buildings. And I think it's counter expansion time, huh?
Yeah. Scouted instantly with the wolves. Even some ivories coming up.
Okay, 2 towers seem to be enough. 1 invul, 1 heal on Chaemiko's side. 2 heal scrolls on FoCuS.
That scouting elemental is a level 4 for the TC. That's a good level up.
Three heal scrolls, man.
Yep. Ooh.
Is the big weapon clap still effective enough? And Chaemiko just invested into the expo. Didn't pay off at all. Super low on lumber. Just barely breaking upkeep. Looking better and better for FoCuS.
To make matters worse, 1 priest easily gets intercepted. FoCuS even going for some mercenaries. Another berserker here added into the mix. But the MK comes in with the first nice clap.
Getting controlled though. Double land snare on him. Next clap was nice. That's the first heal scroll used already, but so much damage on this MK. Potion on him. There's only... Oh, the invul used as well. He's burning through his mana really quickly. He has used the potion too. That's all the clap gone.
Yeah, and nothing to protect him anymore. End snare coming in again. Stormbolt, clap I mean. And there's a reveal as well against the invis, and the MK is dead again. Uh-oh. Chaemiko. Oh my god, the next stomp hits everything. The AM in trouble as well. If he falls, his game is certainly over. Can he save himself? No, he can't. AM is dead. And that has to be the game.
Damn. Didn't expect this to be so successful. FoCuS changing pretty much his entire game up with that heavy creeping Farseer. And the super late expansion. It still worked out though, because Chaemiko couldn't follow at one point. The fight's just better for FoCuS. And shop control, absolutely great. Chaemiko's trying everything. He's facing elimination in the second most important solo tournament that the scene has. But it's once again no round of 4.
Yeah, FoCuS will be moving on here. We'll be playing an Orc Mirror after. Chaemiko is trying his best. He's gonna get his 2 heroes back.
This expansion's so expensive. Couldn't do anything about it.
FoCuS is not too far away from double level 5 heroes. Something that I'm sure he would love to have.
Oh,
Oh, the aerators are coming in, the purges. So much catch in this orc army.
Yeah. Also, how do you come back into this when hero focus is not an option? Double invul on the orc, Mountain King still benched.
Army so quick with that endurance aura. Yep, there's one creep camp left on the map, but it's in the bottom right. And FoCuS with that would be getting very close to level 5.
Thank you, Max87 from Germany with a €5 donation. A coffee for both of you, brave men. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I don't drink coffee, but I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
Remo's gonna down that second Red Bull at 8 AM. No, no problem.
No. Red Bulls are all consumed. Unfortunately.
You didn't rebuy any?
Nope.
Wow. So you're casting 15 hours without any caffeine today?
Yes.
Oh boy, this is gonna be annoying for me at the later stages. You're gonna be so tired, slouching again like last week.
I never do that, bro. I'm a well of energy. Just, like all those Fortnite kids doing the Fortnite dances. I like Fortnite. Do you know those videos?
What? No. Oh my, the world is so terrible.
It's like perhaps the cringiest thing I've ever seen.
You've seen me dance.
It's not that bad.
Thank you. We have a 20 supply lead for FoCuS. All the items in the world. It's kind of slot starved actually. All consumables. Like the only he has 3 permanent items. That's it. On a map like Echo Isles. That's a lot to use in the fight. Yeah. We also got the level 5 TC. We're super close to level 5 Farsia. This is checkmate for Chaemiko. He's just not willing to accept it yet.
Oh my god, it's just so much stuff. 75 supply.
It's everything, man. It's everything. I can actually keep these units apart now. Oh, Blizzard, nice.
Yeah, especially during nighttime, it does look a lot better.
Yeah. Triple Berserker.
50 versus 76. If FoCuS was just a click into the main, that's the one way he loses this game. Would not be very wise. 80 supply. Oh boy.
Yeah. Would love to know the upgrades.
You should get like backpack and then have 4 mana pots on the Kodos.
Just in case, yeah, that would be nice.
I think that's a really cool flavor thing in the game, that Kodos have 4 slots in backpack because they're kind of like pack beasts.
Yeah, they have this I don't know, settle backpack thingies. Yeah, saddleback.
Yeah, I still remember that mission from the campaign where you have to protect the little Kodos, which are actually called pack beasts from the centaurs or something.
Mm-hmm.
Good times, good times. Is this 5 frickin' berserkers? No, it's 5 berserkers.
Wow.
Lemao. That's the most I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think so too. I've seen 4 Shadow Priest once, but 5 berserkers might be an all-time high. What's Chaemiko thinking? He has 1.7k gold.
He's hoping FoCuS gets impatient and attacks into his perfect Helm's Deep position.
FoCuS is not getting impatient, man.
Oh my god, I never realized this before. From Lord of the Rings, the suicide bomber in Helm's Deep, that's basically a goblin zapper.
Correct.
Busting the wall.
Yeah.
Take him down, Legolas! Take him down!
Yeah, no sappers here, but just so much orc stuff. I'd love to have some siege units like in Lord of the Rings, but... in this TC, checking things out. Dude, this inventory is ridiculous. He has 4 heal scrolls, 2 invols, mana potion, reveal against invis. This is so ridiculous.
Oh! He got him!
Yep. Ensnare, Blizzard on top. Clap is nice, but it's just raining Ensnares. Invo potion used already. TC is kind of low, but you know what? We have 4 heal scrolls. It's totally fine. Especially that's done. That chain lightning. It's gonna be level 5 very soon. Lightning shield is just tearing everything apart. Quick dispel. Chaemiko is doing his very best, but it's just too much. Chain lightning is gone. It's just annihilating him. Wait, but there's a lot of damage as well. We have 2 more heal scrolls. One is on cooldown. Okay, Mountain King the carry is dead now with the chain lightning level 3 zapped away, and not even the Helm's Deep defense position could help him here. FoCuS in the semi-final.
Showing up in map 2 and 3. Map 1 once again really worrisome, where FoCuS not looking that hot at the moment, but was back strongly. No Griffins here today. Chaemiko tries with the breakers and the rifles, but FoCuS moves through, and yeah, we'll be moving into the semifinals, where next round he's going to be facing another orc, and it's going to be Fly or Lin.
Absolutely, this is going to be a sick orc mirror tomorrow, but also a sick orc mirror today, because that is exactly what's coming up next. We have Lin.
Hey, I see what you did there, Neo.
It is, here's the bracket. Chaemiko eliminated. FoCuS taking the 2-1. It is Fly versus Lin next in the real true test of the new reforged colors. If we can keep these armies apart now in an orc mirror match, then they stand the test of time. Moon versus Sock afterwards, and Fortitude versus 120 as our main event of the first third of the day, as we have 3 tournaments here to broadcast for you guys. It is next at the very early hours, then it's WGL Pro Qualifier at 1 p.m. and we have the ESL Cup with Happy Playing Random in the evening hours. So Chaemiko starting off the series really strong, and then FoCuS ends it really strong as the last breath here. And with that, we move into the second quarterfinal of the day. It's gonna be Orc Mirror Hype. Probably the best 2 orcs at the moment facing each other in Lin versus Fly. We thank This Is Jimmy for the €10 donation. Much love. And we go into the first break of the day before we're back with next quarterfinal 2020.